Alright, so my name is Dan Regan. I'm the lead systems designer at DPS. I'm here to talk about Rejoin in progress. Rejoin in progress is pretty much what it says on the tin. It lets you rejoin a game in case you leave it by accident partway through the match. So rejoin in process is an important feature because, frankly, nobody likes to be disconnected from a game partway through and then not able to rejoin it. It's not particularly satisfying to go through half or 3/4 of a game and build up your character and not be able to see it through to the end, right? So it's a feature that I think many players tend to take for granted, but does actually have a significant amount of design and implementation work that sits behind it. So making the rejoin in progress feature work behind the scenes is a little complicated. We have to work with a couple of different streams to make it come to reality. So the most important partner that we work with in this case is the backend team. So they're the ones doing a lot of the actual work behind the scenes to make sure that the functionality works as we expect it to. Then we also have to work with the UI team as well, because if a player DCs and then comes back into the game, they need to have some kind of understanding of what's going on, or if they can't reconnect, why not? So when the player rejoins the game, we give them some time to repossess their hunter before they actually jump back into control of the character itself. This is an intentional decision on our part because we didn't want players to reconnect to the game, go through the looting screen, and then suddenly find themselves in a firefight not really aware of what's going on. Since we have bot functionality to cover for players while they're gone, this is a chance for them to get back into the game, figure out what's going on, and then intentionally repossess their hunter at a time that they feel is good for them. We have the first pass on the implementation done already, but what it needs to do is go through several rounds of QA testing before we're sure that it's ready to put into the hands of the players. Rejoin in progress is a particularly tricky feature to QA, and there are a lot of edge cases that we maybe didn't catch in the initial pass of the implementation, which could lead to undefined behavior for players in the real world. So doing a heavy pass on the QA for Rejoin in progress is going to ensure that when we do get into the hands of players, if they do disconnect for any reason, they're not going to be met with frustrating behavior. Thank you for listening. I hope to bring you more news about what we're working on in the system stream before long, and until then, enjoy playing the game.